Alright, here we go. Here's a quick update of my tanks. I'll start with the Nanocube 28 gallon. Still using the Queso Light. And still using Instant Ocean as sea salt. And nothing much has changed. I've lost a couple more SPS corals, but the ones that are still alive are starting to do well in this mixed tank. And as can be seen, I think I talked about it last time. I added more live rock, so the tank looks fuller. It doesn't look as empty as before. So let's take a quick look. Go forward a little bit. Oh yes, I have something to say about my livestock. Unfortunately, my female maroon clownfish died about a week ago. I've had that fish since 2005. I don't know, I think she got sick and died, maybe old age, I don't know. And then the male pretty much committed suicide, the little male one. So what I did is I grabbed my black and white clownfish from the other tank and put him in here, since the other tank is a 10 gallon, is kind of too small for him. So I'll probably get a mate for him and go from there. So yeah, the biggest change in this tank, or in both of my tanks actually, is the livestock. Like I said before, my maroon clownfish odyssey, it's over, and it's lasted more than 10 years, which I thought it was crazy. I'm still adding 1 milliliter of part A and B in this tank to keep the parameters straight, because I stopped dosing, and what happened was that alkalinity started getting pretty low, so I went ahead and did that, and it seems to be stable. I stopped dosing on the little tank because I have not enough corals right now in there, and alkalinity seems to be stable in that tank. So let's take a closer look. Here's the front side view from my 28 gallon nanocube. Most of the corals seem to be happy. I decided to put those 8 cans on the live rock itself because there's no room on the bottom. Actually, the bottom is being covered by, as usual, the green star polyp, and it's taking over on the sides also, as can be seen on the sides of the the glass. I've let it grow there on the sides, but I don't let it grow on the front. Some zoas right there. Zoas are doing pretty well. There's the green star polyp on the bottom. Green star polyp grass looking, which I find cool. So not much has changed. Now my live rock doesn't look so white anymore. It's getting a little bit of greenish color, because when I put the live rock in here, it was a little bit white, but it's gaining color now. There's my black and white fish, black and white clownfish. Like I said before, I'll probably put a mate in there for him so he can be a little bit happier. That's the only fish I have right now. Okay, this was the right side view. Let's go to the left side from the front. Here's the left side view from the front. Candy canes are doing well, and my hammer / frog spawn coral is doing okay, way back there. My plating corals are doing okay. Crusting coral is doing alright. Jedi Mind Trick in the middle, doing okay. Some more zoas right there. Yeah, those are taking off over here. So I haven't added any new corals because yeah, I've lost a lot of money in the coral disaster of and all the SPS that I lost in my little tank. I'll talk about some of the reasons that I lost a lot of my SPS in my little tank once I get to the other side. And some of the corals that I transferred over here were not doing well in my little tank. That's why they're here now. My SPS coral, so they're recovering here. As everybody knows, it's a very slow process for SPS to recover, if at all. But I'm lucky to still have some high-end SPS. Instant Ocean seems to be doing a good job at keeping my corals alive. And as a matter of fact, most of the growth or most of the time that I've had, tanks, has been with Instant Ocean. So I'll just stick with it. It's like 200-gallon box for $50. You can't really beat that. I went back to weekly water changes because my tanks didn't look that good when I was doing only bi-weekly water changes. So I went back to that, and I'll keep it that way. I don't want to be messing with that. No skimmer in either of my tanks. They just make a lot of noise. At least that's been in, and I haven't seen any noticeable difference. I feed my fish about once every two days, somewhere in that area. Alright, enough for this tank. Let's go to the other one. Alright, so here's my 10-gallon Fusion 10-gallon. Not much to look at here, not that many corals, but the ones that are here are doing okay. Whoever has not died. Two big reasons why two big reasons why a lot of my corals died. First of all, I did a treatment of flatworms a couple times, but the last time I did it, I didn't do a big water change, and I think that didn't help my corals at all. So if you do flatworm treatment, and I still have the little bastards in there, they're very hard to get rid of. I just try to control them now. If you do a flatworm treatment, please do a really big water change and be careful with that. Also, at the same time that happened, my apex was going crazy in this tank. What was happening is that the temperature probe will stop working. The signal, it was like a software problem. It wasn't the probe itself, so I would have to activate the probe again, and then every time that happened, it would turn on my heater non-stop. So I happened to look at when I was doing a water change once, and my temperature, the tank felt too hot. So I checked it with a thermometer, external thermometer that I have, and it said 87, 88 degrees. I think it was almost 90. I'm like, what? So I went and checked, and yes, that was the actual temperature, but the apex will stop measuring the temperature on this thing. So it was a software glitch. After I did an upgrade by hardwiring my apex to my router, that problem went away, but it was already too late. The damage was done. So if your apex is acting up, fix it right away, because I paid dearly for that. Some of my SPS started dying right away, especially the acros. They couldn't take it. Somehow there's one acro still alive in the middle. It's like a green acro. I don't even know what it is, but that's the only one alive, and I don't know how much longer it's gonna live, but it's been doing okay. And the only livestock in here It's my yellow watchman, goby, and pistol shrimp that have been there a long time. So not much to look at, like I said before. Not much to look at this tank. It's just some SPS that are recovering, and I did put some of my A cans back in here. So there you go. That's pretty much a quick update of both of my tanks for December 2017. Yeah, I've been dealing with the issues, but you know, the tanks look okay. They're slowly recovering. So any questions, please let me know. Questions, comments. Like I said before, I'm not dosing in this tank because there's not enough corals in there to dose. And I've seen, it's weird because now I don't know if it's because I have less corals now, but coralline algae is really taking off in this tank. That's pretty weird. Before it never did. I don't know, maybe because there was too many corals in here, I'm not really sure. But what's funny is in my other tank, the coralline algae doesn't grow that much. So maybe because there's more corals in the other one, I don't know. Somebody answer that for me. Not really sure because the levels on each tank are the same. Alright everybody, take care. I'm sorry for not making videos for such a long time, but not much going on with my tanks, honestly. Just trying to keep everything alive and weekly water changes. That's the magic, mostly the magic on to take care of these tanks. There's not much flow in either of my tanks right now because I have my MP10s turned off through my egg picks, if you guys noticed that. Alright, take care everybody. See you in the next one.